Okay, so welcome to the Start Here page, and this is preparation. I'm just going to run you through this real quick. There's a few steps to follow, and it's going to get you centered, and it's going to get you connected with your higher self. And the idea is that you take a bit of an overview, a bit of a snapshot of your life now, where you're at. And I'll just run through the steps here. So the first step is to download all of the 12 audios that you came across on the actual Abundance Life Vision website. You've probably done that already. If you haven't done that already, download those and then listen to all of those audios at least one time. Okay, so some of them you might listen to more than once. Okay, the second step is to write a description of your life now. Describe it, how it is right now. So just take a sheet of paper and then briefly, just a few words or sentences or paragraph. I'd like you to look at your well-being, physical and emotional, your relationships, personal and general, your recreational and fun situation, what you're doing for fun, your spiritual life, what you're doing for that connection to the oneness of all things, and then lastly, your money situation and your career, job or business situation. Okay, and then when you've done that, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to write a couple of paragraphs on how you feel, see, and what you think about your life as it is at the moment. So just allow whatever comes out to come out. Write a couple of paragraphs. Don't pay too much attention to, getting into deep details and stuff like that. Just basic, how do you feel about your life? Right? Is it going well? Is it not going well? Stuff like that. Okay? Okay, when you've done that, fold the piece of paper, put it to one side. The next thing is to listen to the higher self connection audio. Okay, and if you haven't downloaded it previously, you will be able to download it from this section here. And it's 3 or 4 minutes, and it's just a brief guided audio to get you centered and connected with your higher self so that you can get the best possible guidance for you. Okay? Now, step number 4 is to write a description of your life now. Describe it as it is. So, yes, you are answering the same questions as in item number 2. Okay, you're going to do it again. So take a sheet of paper and briefly, with a few words or sentences or a paragraph for each section, look at your well-being, physical and emotional, relationships, recreational, fun situations, spiritual, money, career, job, business. Okay, and then write a couple of paragraphs on how you feel, see, think, how is your life right now? Okay, and then note down any other things that come to mind now that you have done this same set of questions, but with the perspective and alignments and guidance of your higher self. Okay. The next thing is to read your first set of answers and then read your second set of answers and then put them both in an envelope and seal it. Sort of lick the sticky bit and seal it and put it to one side, let it go. Okay, so what you have done is to create a benchmark for your life of where you're at right now. And we'll come back to this later. I'll tell you at what point to come back to this. And then what I want you to do is notice how far you've advanced in your life. Okay, and there's a couple of reasons for this. The first is obviously how far you've advanced in your life. But the other thing is you're going to realize what is working and what is helping you to change. So prior to doing the Abundance Life Vision training, you did whatever other personal development stuff that you did, or maybe you didn't do any, or maybe you just read a few books or whatever. Then you're doing a specific set of trainings that are outlined. Okay, so I've put together some trainings for you and you can run through them, and there's instruction and explanations and stuff like that. And then at a certain point in time, after you've been implementing that into your life, I'm going to ask you to go back and look at where you were, X period of time ago, and then you'll be able to know for sure that what it is that you've been doing actually works. Okay? and that's really important. So you'll be able to say, hey, this stuff works for me. All right, and you'll be able to say, hey, this process, I really like that one. I feel good with that one. That's right for me. That process, maybe that wasn't quite so right for me. And this is probably more prevalent in the Imagining Creates Reality section, because I'm going to take you through several ways of using your imagination, not just, sit down, visualize, close your eyes, relax, blah, 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 and then see what it is. I'm going to take you through a variety of ways of using your imagination. And some of these ways are going to suit some people in, better than other ways. But what I'm going to encourage you to do is do all of them so you have an experience, right? Life is about experience. It's about having experiences. And when you do all of the different ways of imagining, my goal for you would be that you adopt the ones that you really like, and then perhaps your unconscious mind, your higher self, are going to create new versions of that which are right for you. So this is a training. I'm not going to sell you a fish once a week. What I want you to do, right, I'm going to give you a fishing rod and a hook, and then you're going to go throw that line in there, and you're going to get as many fish as you want, right? So this is teaching you how to fish. It's not teaching you how to go to the supermarket and buy fish. Alright, then the next thing to do is to set a goal for your Abundance Life Vision training. And this can be a really simple goal. And because you've done the little process of getting a connection with your higher self, and because you've answered these questions from two different perspectives, ask your higher self to give you some guidance as to what the goal is that's going to give you the biggest breakthrough in your life. Okay? Now, if you need to, listen to that higher self connection audio again. Maybe in the beginning you need to do it again. Or maybe you'll be sitting there and you'll be feeling absolutely connected from the first audio, and you're just in the flow and you just go straight into it. Again, test this for yourself, right? Play with it, test it. Right, it's all about learning. It's all about me training you, me guiding you, and you learning for yourself. Okay? So you're going to write down a goal. It can be a fairly simple goal. Alright, so it might just be a sentence or two, or a paragraph, and that's your goal. Okay, so trust your intuition. Trust your higher self. Trust your inner guidance. Trust that you are getting the right information that's right for you at this point in time in your life journey. And then the next thing I'd like you to do is to email me, and that's where you'll use the contact form. So just email me and say, hi Carl, how you doing? And I'd like you to answer the following questions. So it's, hi Carl, how you doing? My name is blah blah blah, and just a couple of paragraphs about you. I just want a general idea about you so that I know who is taking the training. Okay, I don't need a life history. I haven't got time to read through it, and you haven't got time to write about that. You're going to be creating a new life anyway. So just a few paragraphs: who I am, how I feel, what I'm all about. Okay, and then list any trainings or types of personal development work you've done. This gives me a bit of an idea of what you've done, where you've come from, and it's also going to give you a bit of an idea. Okay, you're going to sort of think about it. You're going to go, I did this training, that training, I read that book, I read that, and blah blah blah. Next thing is list any self-development spiritual practices that you do regularly, i.e. habitually. So out of all this training that you've done so far in your life, what is it that you've created and formed a habit around? Okay, and this is important. If you go back to one of those audios that the 12 audios on the actual website, okay, I've got my little note here, and I have this pinned to the wall: formula for success. A few simple disciplines practiced every day equals a whole new life. Okay, and that's by Jim Rohn. Great guy. He's got some great stuff. I love the way he talks, right? Funny guy. So if you get a chance to listen to some Jim Rohn, he's good. He's good. That's the way he talks. So habitually. Just make note of that word. Part C, this is what you're going to write to me. Stuff that you do habitually. And then think about the formula for success. A few simple disciplines practiced every day equals a whole new life. Okay? And then just briefly describe what you'd like to achieve. So this is your goal. It's your training goal, the one that you wrote down here. All right, so just one sentence. I would like to achieve X, Y, Z, or one short paragraph. Okay. Next thing, get yourself a notebook. All right, nice, clean, new notebook. You could think of it as a journal. All right, and keep it with you. Right. So I use sort of a 50-cent kids school notebook, and I go through quite a few of those. So on the first page, I want you to write your goal for this training on the first page of your notebook, and that's the only thing I want you to write on the first page of your notebook. And then use the notebook to note down any intuitions you have, any thoughts you have, anything to do with your journey, the training you're taking, any intuitions on actions to take. They might be in the area of clearings or areas that will bring breakthroughs to you. It might be things to do, people to contact. It could be anything, but the idea is that you're connecting with your higher self. You're going to have intuitions. Write them down and follow up on them. Okay, and the reason you use a notebook, I'm going to discuss that in the game of life, which is it teaches you all about how the mind works, how the universe works, how creation works, how manifesting works, how alignment to your higher self works, what happens if you don't do all that kind of stuff, how you can be certain by the end of it, you'll know, okay, I absolutely know without a shadow of a doubt, if I follow these steps, I'm going to get what I want. Okay, so I'm going to go through that, and you'll understand why a notebook is a very useful thing to have. Okay, next thing, well done. Well done, well done, well done. You've spent half an hour, or whatever it is, 20 minutes, half an hour, 15 minutes. You've gone through all of these steps here, the 7 steps, and now relax. Okay, this is enjoy your life. Relax. Give yourself a pat on the back and a hug. I think I've written hig there. I'll change it. So give yourself a hig and a pat on the backle for completing this section, and do something nice for yourself. Have a bath, take a walk, have a piece of dark, beautiful organic chocolate, 90% cocoa or something like that. I love that chocolate. Blessings, peace, and love. That's what I wish for you. Okay, so another thing, this is just a request. You don't have to do it, but it'd be really nice. Just leave a little uplifting and positive comment below for those that follow you. Okay, just say something. If you feel inspired, say something, say it. If you don't feel inspired, say something, don't say it. No worries. Okay. Alright, so I look forward to seeing you on the 7th of March in this inaugural Abundance Life Vision Global Training. And we'll put some stuff into action, or I'll guide you, and you'll put some stuff into action, which is going to give you some big shifts, positive shifts in your life. And once again, I want to mention, it's easy. All right, it's easy. All right, so only the ego that makes life confusing and difficult. All right, when you line up with your higher self, life becomes a whole lot easier. Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for listening, watching, and please, 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 please do all of these steps by the 7th so you're ready to, boom, start. Okay, thanks. Bye.